Listen, don't let what you studied in school become the reason why you'll never make it in life. Don't restrict your future to your background. Your background is the wealth of experience that brought you to where you are at this point. It doesn't have to determine where you're going to. You understand? Now, this is where people make many mistakes. Who told you that studying medicine in school means you must practice medicine? Who told you that? Like, who made the rule? If in the course of you practicing medicine, you suddenly realize that this thing is not favoring you, your interest has changed, why can't you change? You know, adults are very resistant to change. And this is why many people can suffer in the same job for 35 years and retire with nothing. Are you telling me for 35 years you didn't see multiple opportunities to change into something better? No, adults are resistant to change. We like to settle. Once they say settle down, the person's brain will paralyze. Who told you that if you studied engineering in school, what you must practice in life is engineering? No. Engineering is only 6 years or 5 years. Medicine is only 6 years out of your 100-year life. That 6 years should aid what you will become. It doesn't have to determine it. There is a musician in Nigeria that they call Dr. Seed. If you know him, tag him. From what I read, he studied in University of Ibadan. Guess what he studied? Dentistry, from what I heard. I might be wrong, but I think that's it. From studying dentistry, he pivoted into music. He don't do music for Nigeria, blow, do everything. He finished music, he reached the height of music and concluded it in Nigeria. He moved abroad. Guess what he's doing now? Software engineer in the code. He's a software engineer. I saw one interview about him, and he was describing how he was coding. I think he was working with a team or a company that. That's how you see a really smart and successful person. He was able to pivot. If you look at any rich man in his 70s, check his life, you will see pivots. Pick any random rich person you look up to. You know how many things where Dangote don't enter? From selling Indomie, not Indomie now, but noodles. From selling noodles to building refineries. The gap is too wide. This is something that an average person cannot imagine. As an average person, you'll be like, I don't have education in engineering, in mining, metallurgical engineering, chemical. I don't have the education about why would I go into that? Boom, rich man don't enter. If you're able to pivot, if you have the ability to pivot or pivot, as they call it, if you can pivot in life, bro, nothing in this world can stop you. If you know when the roof don't collapse, you move, my brother. Popular example that everybody can relate with. Look at Elon Musk. He started with engineering, switched to economics, entered software engineering with X2, moved into PayPal as an investor. From investor in PayPal, he bought SpaceX. Baba don't enter, building spaceships, something that he has never done in his whole life. From there, he's building cars, electric cars. From there, he's building driverless cars. Now he's building robots. Baba don't build battery. He has a battery solar panel industry. Do you know that? Elon Musk. He has a boring company. They are boring road under major cities. They will get government license. They will drill road underground. And then they are charging people to follow that road. That road they drilled underground and registers traffic overground. So if you want to take their road, if you are driving past, their camera will scan you and bill you for maybe $10, $12. You beat traffic. Baba, do you know he's into perfumes? He sold perfumes. Look at Trump. Last year that Trump was contesting election, they froze his bank accounts. Baba went crazy. He went crazy. He went into crypto. Him and his sons, they froze their family bank accounts, everything. He went into crypto. From crypto, he sold Bibles. You know Bible? Trump has a Bible. You know what he did? He got normal, I think it's King James Bible, which standard Bible like this, and put American Constitution as a page, the first page of the Bible. He don't turn your own book, oh, sold it. Millions, made millions. He sold shoes. If now you'll be like, I'm not into shoe business. I don't know how I will start. I've never sold. How will I now start importing? Let me just leave it. Let me get back to my microbiology. Let me start looking for job for micro. Trump sold shoes last year. Crazy. The guy sold so many things. He sold perfumes. He sold perfumes. So at the end of the day, right? And not to talk of books that this man has written. He has written like 16 books. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16. So, and so many other businesses that is unmentioned. I think he has run over 200 businesses in his life by some studies. Some have failed. I think a number of them have failed, but overall, massive success. If they tell you now different people that are rich in your country, any country you pick, if you look at their life, by the time they are 60, they have pivoted so many times. They don't put hand into many things. So why are you stuck in your field? Under what law? What rule? What is tying you down to where you are? I know many tech companies that folded because they were serving Nigerians. Just because you're from Nigeria does not mean that your audience has to be Nigerian. Your customers don't have to come from the country you are in. You understand? You could be a software engineer in Zambia now, and you build something and try to sell it to Zambians, only to realize that the amount of people that are connected to the internet in Zambia, is too low to make you profit in that, and you still stick your head there. No. What's happening? What's wrong with selling to Nigerians from Zambia? This is the internet age. Like, what is really stopping you? Do you know my friend, right? When dropshipping started early, my friend made millions. Dropshipping stickers, you know those face stickers that they will stick, anime stickers. Instead of drawing tattoo, you stick it like this. When you pull it out, it will have that art. He was dropshipping it to South Korea. This guy has never left Nigeria. From the internet, he was selling it in South Korea. South Koreans were ordering from his website. He registered .South Korea website, something like that. They were ordering it, and everything was running. Before the business cast, you know, some businesses is a window. You understand? Before the thing cast, he made millions. When he showed me his dashboard, child, see money. But he has never even been out of Nigeria as at that time. So why are you now building a business that you must serve your country? I know many people in UK now that want to start a tech company and they're thinking of starting it for Nigeria. Why are you starting for Nigerians? Are you sure that have you checked your numbers? Is it okay? Will it work for Nigerians? If it's going to work for Nigerians, yes, you started for Nigerians. But if UK people will benefit more from it, why are you not pursuing it for that country? What of Romanians? What of Croatians? You understand? What of Hungarians? These are countries. What of Australians? And the only thing that can enter your mind is to come back just because you are from Nigeria or from your home country. The moment you choose your home country, you have restricted yourself in many types of businesses. That you are in Nigeria building a tech company doesn't mean your tech company has to serve Nigeria. You understand? That some people, they will go to town, they'll do everything, they want to start a business, they want to fall back to their village. Do you have enough people in your village to patronize that business? Do you understand? Back in the day, like a friend of mine went back to his village and started a car sales garage. Just because that's where he inherited his father's land. When I saw him, I was like, what are you doing? People here don't know, they don't have the money to purchase cars here. And that time, people don't know how to use Google Maps to locate businesses. I said, bro, you have to move to the town. He managed to sell one car. He took my advice, moved to town, started selling. So whenever you are starting a new venture or want to do something else in life, you need to know when your background is influencing your decision. Do you understand? And trying to make it, force it to look like where you're coming from. Where you're going to don't have to look like where you're coming from in life. Don't let your background jeopardize your chances of success. I know many people that grew up in very chaotic homes where mother is always shouting, father is always beating mom. This is where this young man grew up. The moment he gets a girlfriend, he starts beating the girl. There are ladies that the moment they get anybody, any friend, they want to start insulting the guy, not knowing that most guys don't take insult. They'll jokingly say fish head, big head, in their mind. That's the background she's coming from, where people are cursing each other jokingly. Now she gets the right guy for her, everything about this guy is good, and she keeps insulting the guy jokingly. Before you know it, the guy will vanish, disappear. You know, most guys have disappearing button. you go date relationship, think you are dating the guy, boom, it don't disappear. You understand? So don't let it jeopardize you. Some people, right? Their mother divorced their father. When they grow up and finally choose a man for themselves and marry, 2 minutes into the marriage, their body don't they do them like this. They want to divorce. They want to break the marriage. Why? Their background is influencing where they're going to. So every venture you want to go in, even what you're doing now, ask yourself, is my background the reason I'm doing this? If it is the reason, bro, wake up. Just know that the world is very wide. The way the matrix works is that it restricts you, gives you a narrow vision. Because Genesis don't have narrow vision, they have cross-departmental understanding of things. If a Genesis is looking at something one way, he's able to switch, look at it from physics angle, look at it from economics angle, from art angle, boom, he has cracked it. You understand? People are wondering why Elon Musk is such a genius. It's because he has so many angles he can look at anything from. You know, you're asking whether this rocket can actually reach the skies. He's looking at it and he's calculating 12 million minus $39 million that has been spent on this rocket. If it breaks, how much are we going to spend extra? You think he's calculating the physics. He's thinking economics. By the time he finishes the economics calculation, he switched to physics. Then he switched to chemistry, the combustion engine, and how is it working, this, that. At the end of the day, tell you that this thing cannot work. It will take you 5 years to do the calculations he did to understand why he said it cannot work. I know many people today that if I refer them to a tech course, they'll be like, that's not what I did in school. I don't think I can do it. But madam, you are poor, you are broke. Poverty wants to finish you. And they're telling you what to do. Like, I don't know. The one you did in school, how is it helping you? In case you want to learn tech, send me a message. Click my name here, send me a message. The course is 63,000 naira. 2 courses joined together. That's what we introduce you to tech. After that, you can work as a front-end engineer in any company in the world. You don't have to work in Nigeria. You don't have to travel to the country. You can work remotely, or you get the ones that give visa. Some jobs give visa, you travel. So reach out to me, inbox me. I will guide you on that. So don't let what you studied prevent you from pivoting. Tech is hot now. Maybe in the next 20, 30 years, who knows what else will come. But tech will always be there because we will always keep using computers. We'll always keep using phones. So tech will always be there. You understand? So let me know. Send me a message. Share this to somebody, a friend of yours that you know that is starting a business or running a business. Some people, this is what they need to hear to wake up from their audience. You know, a friend of mine was sending me a message we were discussing yesterday, and he was so interested into the tax thing, this whole tax and new tax bill. The guy don't read everything line by line. He understood every step. He took the whole night to prepare a document on the whole tax thing to send to me and everything. And I asked him, are you into tax business? Like, do you advise people? I said, no, he's not into tax. I said, what do you do? He's into another industry. I said, but you know so much about that. I said, like, why are you not exploring the opportunity? You understand this thing more than 99% of people, even me. You understand it more than me. So why don't you go into such business? Many businesses will need to be advised on tax from November, December this year, 2025, because that new tax bill is kicking in January. This is cash out time. But many people don't know. It's cash out time. I said, why are you not taking advantage of it? The guy was not, like, his mind was not going there. I said, okay, since you understand so much about taxes, why are you not selling to American audience? He was like, do Americans use Nigerian tax system? I said, no. Go and study their tax system. Create a guide for people to optimize their tax payments. And start selling to Americans, advising them on tax. Is the internet stopping you? With internet, you can advise Americans over there. Now, this is something that most Yahoo boys don't understand. Instead of scamming people, there are businesses you can do to them there. I said, bro, you already understand taxes. You spent your whole night preparing a document for me. You understand? You spent your whole night preparing this document. So why don't you get paid for your time? Many people need to understand, many companies, many individuals, high-earning individuals, high-network individuals, HNI, they need guidance on tax, and you have already entered this system, you understand it well. Why not maximizing your profit from it? You know, this is how many people don't see life. You know me, like, when I started seeing life this way, right, a lot of things changed in my life. When I realized that I can wake up and become anything I want to be, enter into any field, all it will take me is a few months of, sometimes few days, some few hours of putting my brain down, figuring this thing out. You understand? When I went into that mental state of mind, bro, my life has never been the same. Don't be surprised one day if you see me building a refinery like Dangote.